I actually didn't mean for this to be broken in two parts, but my computer crashed right when because I had to hook up my camera. Made the computer crash. Oops. So anyways, what I was doing in the last video is I was trying to do that 34 divided by 5 plus 2i, and I had a calculator that wouldn't do it. That surprised me. It's a glitch because that calculator is actually an emulator. It's not an official TI-84 thing. So I went to math, I went to num, and I'm typing in 34 over 5 plus 2i. Now, for some of you, like Miss Grimm and a couple of others, you've got the older calculators that you got hand-me-downs or whatever. Make sure that you wrap. And when you wrap, it's not going to return anything pretty. It looks like that, but you can hit math, enter, enter, and then you'll get the fraction. So that's supposed to be an easy give me problem. Will everybody get it right? No. Lots of kids are going to miss it. Lots and lots of kids are going to miss it. So anyways, now where was I? Ah, yes, back to this. A vandalist throws paint balloons at cars during rush hour in downtown Memphis. The balloons are thrown with initial acceleration 48 feet per second from an initial height of 6 feet using the form height as a function of time is negative 16t squared plus initial velocity times time plus initial height. Write an equation modeling this act of vandalism. So, yeah, kids are going to miss this. V for velocity, H for height. It's going to be missed. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about that as a teacher. You obviously don't care to miss something that easy. That's all there is to it. That's the first part. Will the balloon reach a height of 40 feet? That's where we think about the whole b squared minus 4ac part. That's where we think about that, okay? What's going on here? So we're going to put the 40 right there. We're going to subtract 40 from both sides. And 6 minus 40 is negative 34. Then we're going to go to b squared minus 4ac. We're going to have 48 squared minus 4 times negative 16 times negative 34. And then we're going to push some buttons, right? So I got a 48 that's squared minus 4. This is a good chance of being negative. Times a negative 16 times a negative 34. And I got 128. Now, the deal about b squared minus 4ac, in this particular example, it's bigger than 0, which means I have two real solutions. If we think about a graph, we go up, we go down, and we have this line at 40 foot, it's hitting it twice. So since this is bigger than 0, yes, it will reach 40 feet twice, on the way up and on the way down. Assuming the paint balloon hits a lifted truck's fender 4 foot above the ground, how many seconds will it take after the vandal releases the balloon to hit the truck? And I have no issue with you doing this entirely with technology. I would love it if you did it by hand, but you know, technology is a big deal. You got to learn how to use it. It's part of the process. And we're going to do that by putting the 4 into y1 and the rest of the stuff into y2. So y1 and y2. So let's see what we get. We got a 4. We have a negative 16x to the second power. And I believe it was plus 48x because there's no t key. Don't be that kid. I know you exist. You existed every year I've taught. And then we do a zoom 6. So balloon go up, balloon go down. This is where he started throwing it. This is where he hit the fender. Second trace, 5. Take your cursor and get it close. And then press that enter key once, twice, thrice is nice. 3.0411 seconds. Make sure I rounded right. 3.0411 seconds. You got it. It's an easy problem. All right, 10. What values of b will cause 4x squared plus bx plus 12 equals 0 to have one real solution? First off, you know, and it's going to be easier on the test because the numbers are nicer. This is just some made up stuff. This happens when b squared minus 4ac is equal to what? What's it equal to? 0. So for you that don't know, a is 4, b is legit b, because b is found in front of x, and c is 12. And I'm just going to plug stuff in. So I'm going to have a b to the second minus 4 times a, which is 4, times c, which is 12, and that's going to equal 0. It's going to give me b to the second minus 192 equal to 0. It seems that's not right. Yeah, that's right. 192. I'm going to add 192 to both sides. And I'm going to counteract squaring by square rooting. I'm going to include the plus or minus symbol. And I got to stop typing. So root 192 is root 64 times root 3, which is 8 root 3, plus or minus 8 roots of 3. Either one of those two b values give you one solution. Kind of interesting, huh? Kind of interesting. 11, determine the number of real solutions of the following systems. You are welcome to press y equals on your calculator, but you don't have to. It's going to be quicker if you can visualize graphs. X squared plus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, write that. Mom opens up. Negative x plus 2, slope of a negative line. None. Notice it says real. It only has imaginary. That's all it has. All right, here we have x squared plus 2. We rise 2, up 1 over 1. Then we have 2x plus 4. We rise 4. Slope is 2, rise 2, run 1. And you can see that it's going to have two solutions, two real ones. Last one is y equals x plus 3. We rise, I'm going to do the line first. We rise 3, then we rise 1 and run 1. Looks something like that. And then we have negative x squared minus 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would be down here, and it's negative, so it opens down. No real. Not a single real solution. There you go, kids. By the way, you're welcome to use your TI-84. I said you were. Like if I did example B, I guess if I don't show it, you won't believe me. And you probably just won't even think about it because you're probably not listening to the audio. You probably don't have the subtitles on. Anyways, Zoom 6er. That was example B, by the way. I said it was going to hit twice. And it's going to. 2 answers. It doesn't say what are they. It says determine. All right, solve the linear quadratic using substitution property. Transitive property doesn't matter. But you just take that x plus 4 and you put it right there because you're substituting in. So x plus 4 equals negative x squared plus a 6. X squared goes over plus an x because there's already an x. And 4 minus 6 minus 2 equals 0. And that factors as x plus 2 times x minus 1. So your x values are negative 2 and x is 1. Now you're going to have your answers as ordered pairs. You're going to have to take these numbers and plug them in. So you should see that line that says y is x plus 4. If I let x be negative 2, I get 2. So I have this ordered pair negative 2, 2. If I let x be 1, I get 5. So I have 1, 5 as an ordered pair. 13, solve the equation using the graphing ability of your TI-84. Again, this is y1, this is y2. This is easy peasy stuff. You know, if you're suffering from anxiety or whatever, or you're just dreading a test and you're scared to death, go do the easy stuff first. Don't do the hard stuff first. In this room, you have a really good idea of what you can do and where it's at, and that's important. You know where it's at, because I'm not trying to trick you. The test is always easier than the twin. It always is. And it's usually shorter. But like if you can do number 13 on the twin, go look around that area on the test and you'll find one you can do. Anyways, I typed it all in. Now I'm doing a Zoom 6. And I've got two answers, but one of them's up here. So I'm going to look up. I'm going to go to Y max and, I don't know, 20. I figured 20 will do it. Hit the graph key. Your calculators that you're using are probably going to be faster than my emulator. Second trace 5. And you know what you do. You take your cursor and you get it close and you press enter 3 times. Enter, enter, enter. Now, this had no mention of y, so all it's asking for is x. One of them is 3.6085. I don't have to find y. One of them is 3.6085. The other one is going to be over here. Get close, press enter 3 times. Enter, enter, enter. $1.1805. 1.1805. Done forgot it. And fifth period is about to start. So this is the end of the video. Probably all I can do for today. I might sneak in and do a couple of them during lunch break. We'll see. Anyways, that was for you. Hope you enjoyed.